Have you ever wondered how crucial planning is in the field of construction? Well, let's dive into that. Planning is not merely a preliminary step in the construction process, it's the compass that guides every other step. It's the blueprint that shapes the direction, efficiency, and success of a construction project. In the world of construction, planning is synonymous with smart resource management. It's about determining what resources are needed, when they're needed, and where they're needed. From the allocation of manpower to the procurement of materials, effective planning ensures that resources are used optimally, reducing waste and boosting productivity. But there's more. Planning is also the key to timely project completion. Think about it. A well-planned project has a clearly defined timeline, with each task scheduled to ensure systematic progress. It's like a well-rehearsed orchestra, where each instrument plays its part at the right time, creating a harmonious symphony of productivity. And let's not forget about risk mitigation. Construction comes with its fair share of risks, be it financial, operational, or environmental. With thorough planning, potential risks can be identified ahead of time, allowing for the formulation of effective strategies to mitigate them. It's like having a safety net, ensuring that even if things don't go as planned, there's a contingency plan in place. Now, how is all this planning done? Well, there are several tools and techniques used in construction planning, one of which is the fenced bar chart. This is a graphical tool that shows the planned construction sequence on a bar chart schedule. The relationships between activities are represented by arrows, indicating the workflow. However, it's important to note that only key relationships are shown, not all of them. As you can see, planning forms the backbone of any construction project. One such planning tool is the fenced bar chart. And in the next few minutes, we will be exploring this tool in more depth. Stay tuned. So, what exactly is a fenced bar chart, you may ask? Well, let's dive into the details. A fenced bar chart is an innovative tool used predominantly in the construction industry. It's a graphic representation of a construction sequence, neatly plotted on a bar chart schedule. Think of it as a bird's-eye view of your construction project, where each bar represents a specific activity, and the length of the bar indicates its duration. But it's not just a simple bar chart. The twist is in the fencing. Each fence or barrier on the chart represents a relationship or connection between different activities. These fences are essentially arrows that indicate the workflow from one activity to another. However, it's worth noting that a fenced bar chart doesn't show every single relationship between activities. It's not meant to be a web of confusion. Instead, it focuses on key relationships. These are the connections that are most crucial for the project's success. They are the ones that, if disrupted, could have a significant impact on the overall timeline or quality of the project. This focus on key relationships makes a fenced bar chart a highly efficient tool. It simplifies the complexity of a construction project by filtering out the noise and highlighting what truly matters. It enables project managers to easily identify the critical path of the project and to keep a close eye on the tasks that carry the most weight. Moreover, a fenced bar chart is not just a planning tool, it's also a communication tool. It visually conveys the planned sequence of construction activities, making it easier for everyone involved in the project to understand the plan. It bridges the gap between technical jargon and practical understanding, promoting transparency and collaboration among the team. In essence, a fenced bar chart is a roadmap for your construction project. It's a visual guide that helps you navigate the complexities of the project, keeping you on track and ensuring that you reach your destination on time and within budget. Thus, a fenced bar chart allows a clear visualization of the construction sequence and the relationships between different tasks. So, are you ready to start using fenced bar charts for your next project? Now that we know what a fenced bar chart is, what elements does it comprise of? This is the question that often comes up when first encountering such a chart. So, let's dive in and decode the various elements of a fenced bar chart. Firstly, the activities. These are the individual tasks or events that need to be completed within the construction project. They are represented by bars on the chart, with their length corresponding to the duration of the activity. Each activity is a piece of the puzzle, contributing to the overall project timeline. Next, we have the arrows. These arrows are more than just decorative elements. They indicate the workflow between activities. In other words, they show the sequence in which the activities should be carried out. They represent the dependencies between tasks, highlighting which activities need to be completed before others can commence. This is crucial in planning out a logical and efficient construction sequence. Then there's the fence. The fence is a boundary that restricts the activity. It symbolizes the constraints or limitations that exist within the project. These could be resource limitations, time constraints, or even physical barriers. The fence helps to visualize these constraints, allowing for better project management and planning. Lastly, the key relationships. Not all activity relationships are shown on a fenced bar chart, only the key ones. These are the relationships that have a significant impact on the project timeline and resources. By focusing on these key relationships, it becomes easier to manage the project and prevent potential delays or oversights. As you can see, each element of a fenced bar chart is like a cog in a machine. They all work together to provide a clear visual representation of the construction plan. By understanding these elements, we can better interpret the chart and manage the project effectively. Therefore, each element of a fenced bar chart has a specific role in portraying the planned construction sequence. Understanding these roles can greatly enhance our ability to manage and execute construction projects efficiently and effectively. With a clear understanding of the elements, how do we read a fenced bar chart? You may be wondering. Well, let's delve into a step-by-step guide to make this task a breeze. The first step is to identify the activities. Each bar on the chart represents an activity in the construction process. These activities could range from laying the foundation to installing the roofing. Look at the labels and you'll have a clear picture of what each bar signifies. Next, pay attention to the length of the bars. The length signifies the duration of each activity. A longer bar means the activity will take more time to complete compared to a shorter one. This visual representation gives you an instant grasp of the length of each task, making project planning more straightforward. Now let's talk about the fences. The fences are the vertical lines that cut through the bars. They represent milestones or significant points in the project. These could be deadlines, inspections, or any other key event. The placement of the fences helps you understand when these critical points are likely to occur in relation to the activities. The fourth step is to identify the relationships between activities. This is where the arrows come into play. An arrow from one activity to another indicates a workflow. It shows that one activity must be completed before the next one can begin. This is crucial in understanding the sequence of tasks in the project. Lastly, look at the overall layout of the chart. The horizontal axis represents the timeline, while the vertical axis lists the activities. This layout helps you visualize the entire project timeline and understand how each activity fits into the grand scheme of things. Reading a fenced bar chart may seem complex initially, but with practice, it becomes an invaluable tool for understanding construction plans. So next time you're handed a fenced bar chart, don't be daunted. Instead, see it as a roadmap guiding you through the journey of your project, one bar, one fence, and one arrow at a time. As we near the end of our discussion, let's recap the key points. We started our journey by underlining the critical role of planning in construction. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and that's precisely what effective planning is all about. It's about foreseeing challenges, mitigating risks, and ensuring smooth execution. It's about the difference between a successful construction project and a chaotic one. Then we delved into the world of fenced bar charts, a graphical tool that represents the planned construction sequence on a bar chart schedule. It's like a roadmap, guiding construction managers through the labyrinth of tasks, dependencies, and timelines. It's not just about knowing what to do, but also when to do it, and in what order. We explored the elements that make up a fenced bar chart. We saw that it's more than just a collection of bars and arrows. Each bar represents an activity, a task that needs to be accomplished. The length of the bar corresponds to the duration of the task, and its position on the chart indicates its planned start and finish dates. The fences, or the vertical lines, group related activities together, giving us a clear picture of the project's workflow. And then we learned how to read a fenced bar chart. It's not just about interpreting the bars and arrows, but also understanding the relationships between activities. The arrows between the bars indicate the workflow, the sequence in which tasks need to be performed. It's about knowing which tasks are dependent on others and planning accordingly. So, there you have it. The fenced bar chart. A simple yet powerful tool that can significantly enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of your construction project. It's about turning a complex, daunting task into a manageable step-by-step process. Planning is an integral part of construction, and tools like the fenced bar chart make the process more efficient and manageable. Remember, A well-planned project is a project destined for success.